Hello, everyone. My name is Charlie Sung-Ho Shin. I currently serve as the Vice President of Data Strategy and Analytics for the Indianapolis Colts. First, I'd like to thank the Korean Alliance for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Sports Science for inviting me to speak at their annual International Sports Science Congress. Today, I'll be speaking about the impact of pandemic on the acceleration of innovation in sports. I think we'll all agree that pace of innovation and change is faster than ever as the world become more digital and connected. These conversions of these trends is fueling the rapid technology advancements and business disruptions. We're seeing incredible growth of volume of data. According to Forbes in 2020, the amount of data created, captured, copied, and consumed in the world increased from 1.2 trillion gigabytes to 59 trillion gigabytes. From 2010 to 2020, that's almost 5,000 growth. In addition, there are more opportunity to enhance customer experience by combining these data and technology. More companies are successfully leveraging data and technology to improve their core operations, as well as identify new opportunities in their business. And as we look to the future, the data itself will become increasingly commoditized, and the value creation will be driven by developing new innovative ways to integrate the data and technology into our business operations. When considering these trends, it's not surprising that the world's most valuable resource is no longer oil, but data. We've seen companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon rise to the top by leveraging and innovating through the data and deliver greater value to their consumers. Well, sports industry has also recognized the power of data. Many sports organizations, including the Indianapolis Colts, have started to undergo digital transformation to maximize the value of the most valuable resource, data. Digital transformation represents a massive opportunities across the sports ecosystem. Looking at team performance, athlete health, fan engagements, augmented broadcast experience, and other new services that can also be monetized. But despite these new opportunities, many sports organizations do face difficult challenges. According to Deloitte's research, sports organizations often run into a number of stumbling blocks in each of these transformation areas. People, there are lack of vision, sometimes stubborn culture, aging workforce, not fluent with new digital tools, unwillingness to change. These are all the things that are impacting from a people standpoint, as well as process. There's a lack of updated process to match the new digital vision, products, or platforms. Process-driven tradition versus data. And the last but not least is technology. There are a lot of complex legacy systems that still remain in play. Multiple digital ecosystems. Also, there are disconnected IT architects. All of this is preventing or limiting the sports organizations from transforming digitally. And then there was pandemic. As sports organizations continued to invest in digital transformation, everything came to a complete stop in March 2020, when all the professional sports leagues either suspended their season or delayed opening due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 2020 was an unprecedented time for many professional sports leagues and teams that resulted in game stoppage and reduction in workforce. According to the Landscape of Sports Tech report by Comcast NBC Universal, the report indicated that US professional sports loss from the pandemic could be as high as $14 billion. The sports market is predicted to slow to an annual growth rate of 3.3% in the next 3 to 5 years, which is down from 8% compared to the past 3 to 5 years that we've seen. 33% of sports advertisers plan to pull funds because of game cancellation or postponed games. 87% of sports leaders say the industry won't recover until 2022 or later. These challenges have forced many sports organizations to find new and innovative ways to drive their business. It first started with professional sports leagues finding ways to return to play. MLS and NBA were the first two leagues to announce plans to restart their league in 2021 in the same location in Orlando Disney, also known as the Bubble. For MLS, which resumed with month-long tournaments from July 8th, the Disney site provided 17 playing fields and 1,900 rooms to house 24 competing teams. Meanwhile, the NBA, which got back underway on July 30th, booked out 3 hotels to accommodate players from 22 franchises, in addition to their coaches, team staffs, medias, broadcasters, and league personnel. Both MLS and NBA entered their bubble armed with detailed health and safety documents. Those put together by their league spanned across hundreds of pages and emerged without recording any positive COVID-19 cases inside their sealed off campus. What really stood out from the return to play was the role the data and technology played. It included massive remote production, direct-to-consumer content development, and a niche broadcasting. In addition, there were noteworthy technologies that included OTT on-demand streaming, augmented reality, 8K 5G, immersive video, computer visions, VR 360, and optical player tracking. All of these enhancements really helped amplify the fan experience as the game returned to play without having fans at the stadium or the arena. Speaking of fan experience, recently issued Kager Fan Demand Index, which is created by Kraft Analytic Group, still show many markets indexing below the pre-pandemic behaviors, despite higher percentages of the vaccination indicates fans' reluctance to coming back to live sporting events. This highlights the importance of finding new, innovative ways to keep fans engaged and loyal until they came back. Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment in Canada, who owns the Raptors in NBA, as well as the Toronto FC in MLS, quickly realized that personalizing fan experience was the way of the future. In order to bring the excitement of live venue to fans at home, MLSE created a digital arena. Digital arena provides the ability for live game presentation to engage fans, allowing them to interact with digital experiences related to the game in real time. The digital arena led to enhanced game viewing experience. For example, fans were able to watch all angles of the games from the comfort of their home using multicam and 360 video technology. In addition, it created a greater fan interaction. Fans can interact with each other and with the game in real time, making predictions, answering trivias, and competing for prizes. Last, all of this also created new commercial opportunities. The teams were able to create new inventories and deliver new value propositions to their partners and sponsors. Fortunately, with the increase in vaccination and decrease in the case of COVID-19, some of the sports leagues have started to welcome back fans to live sporting events, and COVID-19 had left significant impact on their behaviors. According to McKinsey's Digital Insight, technology advanced the equivalent of 5 years during the past year alone. So the COVID-19 made tech adoption a health necessity across all age groups. If we look at some of the adoption of NFL's mobile ticket growth that we've seen during the past year is significant. Looking at Ticketmaster's report, the adoption of using mobile ticketing in NFL grew from 52% back in 18-19 season to all the way to 97% in 2021. Even at the Indianapolis Colts, as we head into our 21-22 season, it will be 100% mobile ticketing that we'll be implementing in our stadiums. Mobile ticketing is one of the key areas that sports is seeing an accelerated adoption due to the pandemic. The Sports Business Journal, the leading trade publication for sports industry, surveyed North America's top pro sports organizations. Of the 96 leagues, teams, and events that responded, 67 have shifted their ticketing to fully mobile, while only other 19 teams and events were between 90 and 99% mobile. And only a handful were at the level prior to 2019. In addition, Sports Entertainment Consumer Trend Report by Oracle indicates that fans are interested in self-service option to take control of their experience and create an everlasting impact beyond just the event itself. For example, 57% of the respondents would like to be able to schedule food or drink orders before arrival. 60% of the family said a fast pass option would be a great for them. 30% of the Gen Z would prefer to pay contactless via kiosk, and 44% would love to pay more to actually jump the queues. I'm sure there are many other areas in sports that will continue to see more innovations, and we recognize how pandemic has accelerated the digital transformation process. The sports industry should embrace the opportunity and make best out of the most difficult situation. Some closing thoughts. Whether you're in sports industry or not, I think we'll all agree that 2020 will be a year that we will never forget. We were able to overcome many of these difficulties and challenges faced during the pandemic by collectively coming together as an industry. Data and technology played a huge role, and they will continue to play an important role on and off the field. Many of the accelerated innovations that we've discussed today will ultimately become the bedrocks and shape the future of the sports landscape. As sports return to normal, we are confident the industry will prevail and rise to the occasion. I'd like to thank you for your time today. I hope everyone stays safe and healthy. And please feel free to reach out through Twitter. My handle is CRN in Sports, or you could also connect me through LinkedIn. Thank you very much.